Hi, my name is Brandon Basor, and I'm going to be reflecting on what I learned during this past month during Thesis for Film Assembly. So, this month they kind of told us we were going to be working in Pro Tools a lot, and since my undergrad was in recording arts, I'm pretty familiar with Pro Tools, so it wasn't really a lot of new information for me. But that being said, I still feel like I got a really good education. The things that we went over in class, a lot of it, like I said, was review, but it never really felt like it was old information. It felt like it was new information that was kind of being told again, if that makes any sense. But it certainly was nice to get a refresher on some things that I had completely forgotten since my undergrad, and that was so glad to relearn all over again. There were a lot of opportunities to just keep learning, and like I'm a big fan of learning, so that was great. I know a lot of other classmates that were in the class with me this month. They were not familiar with Pro Tools, and I made myself available to them for any advice and help I could provide. Even though I'm not a guru, I'm just kind of a little more experienced with it than they are. But it was. I think this month was really cool for me because it felt like this was what I was really meant to be here for. Throughout the rest of this program, it's very focused on writing and creating the art of filmmaking, and less about like, okay, like this really important part of film is really important, but we're just kind of give us a day where we talk about how important audio is, and then it's like, okay, yeah, let's move on to the next topic at hand, because most of the other classes had to do more about the visual side of filmmaking rather than the audio side. And since audio was kind of what I was here to do, it kind of, for 10 months of the program, I've kind of just felt like I was twiddling my thumbs, not really knowing what to do. But like this month really made me feel like, okay, cool, this is real. Like I can actually make a career out of this. I can actually have a good, like, a life made out of just doing audio for the film making industry. So that was a really great part of this month. Yeah, it was just really helpful to kind of see the other aspects of filmmaking rather than just the visual and just the storytelling. So like getting to audio, and then like Bill was a great instructor, and he gave me a lot of really good advice for both mixing and like life. He teaching me a lot about like the industry and how it works from the audio perspective, and what to expect when doing job interviews, how to kind of get your foot in the door a little bit better than some other people who are just kind of like, okay, they'll throw up the application, that's it, and they won't say anything, and then they're like, oh, why didn't I get the job? But you gotta be a little more in their face. The more hits they see from a name, that name's gonna stick with them a little bit more, and maybe that name will get an interview, and maybe that interview will get a job. So all in all, I think this was a really fantastic month. This was, in my opinion, probably one of the best months in the entire program, and I'm really glad that we got to do it. I think the only real downside is it's only a month, so I think moving forward, I'd know a lot more about filmmaking, even if it's just like this month was mostly on audio. I feel like I learned more about the entire process, even though I only really learned audio this month. I feel like it kind of made the rest of it stick in my brain a little better. So that's kind of just my 2 cents on this month. I had a really great month, and we're almost on with the program, and can't wait to see where we go from here. So thank you.